Hello everyone. Welcome back to English Stories for Beginners. Do you want to practice speaking English more naturally? Do you sometimes feel nervous when you travel? In this channel, stories become your teacher. And we practice with the shadowing technique. That means you listen carefully, and then repeat after me, just like my shadow. Copy my voice, my speed, and my feeling. This will train your brain to think in English, rather than translating. So relax, listen closely, and repeat every line with me. Today's story is called My First Trip to New York. It is full of simple English sentences, clear pronunciation, and useful travel expressions. Stay until the end, and you will feel your English grow step by step. Are you ready? Let's begin.
My name is Emily. I am 24 years old. I live in a small town in Italy. For many years, I had one dream: to visit New York City. I saw New York in movies. I read about New York in books: the Statue of Liberty, Central Park, Times Square, Broadway shows. I wanted to see all of them. One evening, I sat in my room. I looked at my savings book. Finally, I had enough money. Enough for a ticket. Enough for 1 week in New York. I felt my heart beat fast. This is it, I whispered. I will do it. I opened my laptop. I searched for flights. Madrid to New York. Rome to New York. Finally, I chose one. Flight 502, direct to JFK Airport. I clicked buy. A message appeared. Congratulations. Your ticket is confirmed. I could not stop smiling. I ran to the kitchen. Mom, I shouted. She looked at me. What is it, Emily? I bought a ticket to New York. My mother's eyes opened wide. New York, alone. Yes, Mom, alone. She looked worried. It is so far, are you sure? I nodded. I am ready. I want this. The next day, I began preparing. I bought a suitcase. I made a list. Clothes, passport, guidebook, camera, comfortable shoes. I checked my documents. Passport, valid. Visa, approved. Everything was ready. At night, I lie in bed. I could not sleep. I imagined walking in Times Square. I imagined eating a hot dog on a busy street. I imagined standing in front of the Statue of Liberty. Emily, I said to myself, you are going to New York. The night before my flight, I packed carefully. At 11 p.m., my mother knocked on my door. She entered quietly. She held a small cross in her hand. This was your grandmother's, she said. Take it with you. For luck. I hugged her. Thank you, Mom. That night, I finally slept. And I dreamed of New York. The day finally arrived. My flight was in the morning. I woke up at 5 a.m. I washed my face. I drank coffee. I checked my bag again. We took a taxi to the airport. The road was quiet. The sky was dark. I looked outside the window. My heart beat fast. At the airport, people were everywhere. It was busy. I walked to the check-in counter. Good morning, the lady said. Good morning, I answered. Passport and ticket, please. I gave them to her. She printed my boarding pass. Seat to 5A. Window seat. She smiled. Enjoy your flight. Next, I went to security. I put my bag on the belt. I walked through the scanner. Beep. The officer stopped me. Please check your pockets. I took out my phone. The sound stopped. Okay. You can go. I felt nervous, but I smiled. At the gate, I waited. People sat with coffee. Children cried. A couple hugged. I heard my flight number. Flight 502 to New York is now boarding. I stood up. My hand shook. I gave my boarding pass to the agent. She scanned it. Have a good flight. I entered the airplane. It was big. Rows and rows of seats. People finding their places. I found seat to 5A. Near the window. A young woman sat next to me. She smiled. Hello, I'm Maria. From Brazil. Hello, I'm Emily. From Italy. We laughed. It's my first time in New York, I said. Me too, she answered. We felt like friends already. The plane took off. I looked outside. The city became small. Clouds surrounded us. During the flight, Maria and I talked. She loved photography. I loved books. Later, the attendant gave us food. Chicken or pasta? I chose pasta. Maria chose chicken. We ate and laughed. But then my drink spilled. Oh no. Maria gave me tissues. Don't worry, she said. We cleaned it together. After the meal, I watched a movie. It was a romantic comedy. Maria listened to music. She sang softly. A baby cried behind us. The mother looked tired. Maria smiled and played peekaboo with the baby. The baby laughed. Everyone felt better. Hours passed. We tried to sleep. But it was not easy. The seats were small. I closed my eyes. I dreamed of New York. After 8 long hours, the pilot spoke. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to New York. My heart jumped. We landed at JFK Airport. I looked outside. Tall buildings in the distance. Inside the airport, we walked to immigration. The officer looked at me. Purpose of visit? Tourism. I answered nervously. He stamped my passport. Welcome to the United States. I felt relief. Maria smiled. We made it. We went to baggage claim. I found my suitcase. It was heavy. Maria laughed. You packed too much. We walked outside. The air was hot. The smell of coffee and gasoline filled the street. People hurried everywhere. The city felt alive. We shared a taxi. Where are you staying? I asked. Brooklyn, Maria said. I have a hostel in Manhattan, I said. The taxi driver was friendly. First time in New York. Yes, we said together. He laughed. You'll love it. But don't forget, this city never sleeps. That evening, I walked to Times Square. Lights everywhere. Huge screens. People taking photos. Street performers singing. I stood in the middle. I whispered, this is real. I am in New York. The next day, I went to Central Park. It was green and calm. Joggers ran. Families picnicked. I sat on a bench. I saw a man reading. He smiled at me. First time in New York. Yes, I said. He introduced himself. Alex. We talked. He was kind. He offered to show me around. At first, I hesitated, but then I agreed. Together, we visited museums. The Met. The Natural History Museum. I loved the art. I loved the dinosaur bones. We walked across the Brooklyn Bridge. The sunset was beautiful. The sky turned orange. The city lights began to shine. This view never gets old, Alex said. I nodded. It's magical. On the fourth day, something bad happened. I lost my wallet. I panicked. My passport, my money, gone. Tears filled my eyes. What should I do? I whispered. Alex stayed calm. Don't worry. We will fix this. We went to the police station. I explained everything. The officer listened carefully. Stay calm. We will help. Hours later, they called me. A taxi driver had found my wallet. Everything was inside. I could not believe it. Thank you. I cried. That night, I sat with Alex. You saved me, I said. He shook his head. No, Emily, you saved yourself. You stayed strong. I realized something important. Travel is not only about places. It is about people. It is about courage. 1 week passed quickly. It was time to go home. At the airport, I looked at the city one last time. I whispered, "Thank you, New York. You gave me memories forever." On the plane, I thought about everything. Times Square, Central Park, the museums, the Brooklyn Bridge, Alex's kindness, Maria's laughter. New York was not just a place. It was an experience. It was a dream come true. When I arrived home, my mother hugged me. You did it, Emily, she said. Yes, Mom, I did it.
Great job. You listened, repeated, and shadowed with me today. Every sentence you spoke made your English stronger. This story, My First Trip to New York, shows us that traveling is not just about places. It's about courage, kindness, and memories. And for you, shadowing can make your English more natural step by step. If you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it with your friends, and subscribe to English Stories for Beginners for more shadowing practice. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new story. Remember, one page, one story, one step, your English will grow. Keep practicing every day, and you will see a change in yourself. Thank you for learning with me today. See you in the next video.